Hello everybody, and welcome to the Spongebob Movie Iceberg. I've determined that iceberg content is a good way to go, especially with now having a studio to work in. So, we're gonna get right into it. If you don't know what the Spongebob movie is, it is many movies actually. There were 3. Most of this iceberg refers to the 2004 SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but there were also 2 others, one with Keanu Reeves. So there was the 2015 one with the superheroes, and then 2020, so like 4 years ago, there was the gambling movie. I don't really remember what it was about. They really went down in quality as they made more. The first one was great, though. With me being a big fan of SpongeBob, I decided this was a good place to start if I'm going to make some iceberg videos. I do have 2 other SpongeBob icebergs that I might do. I'm not sure yet, but for now we're doing this tiny one because I just want to see how I can get this edited and everything, and if it's too much to work on. With that out of the way, let's get right into it with Tier 1. First up, we have Ocean Man. Ocean Man is the credit song for the 2004 SpongeBob movie. There's not really much else. It's about the ocean, and SpongeBob happens in the ocean, so that's kind of all it has to do with it. Hillenburg resigned as the series showrunner refers to the fact that Stefan Hillenburg, the maker of SpongeBob, when the movie in 2004 came out, he resigned, and this leads into the next topic, but it was originally supposed to be the end of the show. Like, the movie was the end, it was the happy ending, everything was over. But Nickelodeon did not want that to happen, so already starting with the Nickelodeon stuff that SpongeBob has a problem with. So then Stefan Hillenburg resigned, he gave it to Paul Tibbitt, and then he sort of oversaw the rest of the show as it came out until he died. Originally intended to be the series finale, I just explained, the SpongeBob movie was originally supposed to be like a final send-off for the show. It was popular, and the movie was supposed to be the end, just to like cap it off. And if it did, that would have been really great, but if it did end after season 3, which is when the movie came out, there would be a lot of fun parts missing from SpongeBob, a lot of quotes. I'd say around like season 9 is when it became a Nickelodeon show, but seasons 3 through 9 were still good content, and I'm glad it didn't end. The movie was wonderful, and it would have been fine if it ended then, but everyone would have wanted more. But I guess it would have been fine. Karen redesign refers to how in the movie, the SpongeBob movie, what this iceberg is about, is different. Karen in the movie is different. She's redesigned, and she looks more like a vacuum cleaner with wheels than how she does in the show. So in the show, Karen has it's like a metal tube, and it kind of bends around and stuff for comedic effect and stuff for character movement. But in the movie, she's really just like a monitor on a pole on a like gym scooter, and she just like kind of moves around. But it just refers to her looking different in the movie. The Best Day Ever refers to the song The Best Day Ever by Stefan Hillenburg and the High Seas. I only really know it from being in the Best Day Ever special, which was just its own episode, but it turns out it's in the movie. I do not remember it being in the movie, but it's just part of the soundtrack for the 2004 SpongeBob movie. Burger King inflatable getting stolen refers to when the movie in 2004 came out, there was a promotion for Burger King where like around 5,000 restaurants had a big inflatable SpongeBob, and it would sit on the roof, and it looked cool, it was great, until everyone in the world started stealing them. Like, the Burger King employees would come to work the next day and they'd just be gone. And there's an official police report for ransom notes that were left behind. One of them in this police report says, "We have SpongeBob, give us 10 Krabby Patties, fries, and milkshakes. Krabby Patties is spelt with a C, which is an unforgivable sin. This person deserves to be arrested and caught." It was signed Plankton, and I think this happened in my state, actually, Minnesota. Yeah, it happened in Minnesota. The note also warned Patrick is next. The Little Falls Police Department had no trouble deciphering the note. Plankton always wants the recipe for Krabby Patties, and he is unable to attain it, a spokesman said. Patrick is SpongeBob's sidekick. The investigation into November 18th incident continues as police are asking anyone who sees SpongeBob to notify them immediately. Bro, it's just an inflatable. No, but yeah, they were known as sponge nappings, and everyone just started stealing them, and it was pretty funny. Our last entry in Tier 1 is the last traditionally animated film from Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon movies. This refers to the fact that the Spongebob movie in 2004 was the last hand-drawn, I'm pretty sure it was, movie, like traditionally animated, how movies used to be, made by Nickelodeon and Paramount. So, yeah, it was the last one. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just things started to be computer-generated and, like, computer-drawn and everything like that. Our first entry in Tier 2 is the Spongebob Movie Rehydrated. This is an animation collab on YouTube where a bunch of people got together and they revoiced the entire 2004 movie and they redrew every scene. So you can watch the whole movie if you want it to look like a YouTube animation. So pretty much it's a completely legal re-upload of the movie where they remade it themselves. And the fact it's called Rehydrated refers to the video games where when they're remastered they're called Rehydrated, such as SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is a remaster of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom for the Nintendo GameCube. The SpongeBob movie created the term Goofy Goober, refers to the fact that Goofy Goober wasn't really like an insult or a name you call people until the movie came out. Goofy Goober in the movie is Goofy Goober's Ice Cream Parlor, where the Goofy Goober, the peanut guy, where SpongeBob goes to get drunk, I guess, that's the joke, but that's really where the term started, I'm assuming, just this movie and everything like that. The absorbing tale behind the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is a documentary by the people who made the SpongeBob SquarePants movie about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie 2004. It's really just explaining the movie, talking about how they made it, and why they chose to do some things. Really just any movie documentary. Verify TikTok account with 0 followers just means that it refers to the SpongeBob official TikTok account and how it was verified before anyone followed it. So, yeah, it was just the official Nickelodeon brand account for SpongeBob, and they just immediately talked to TikTok and got immediately verified. The Best Day Ever Marathon was a SpongeBob marathon, like, in 2006, around then. It was 24 hours long, and it was just all SpongeBob episodes. And I don't know if it ended, but it premiered the episode Best Day Ever that I talked about earlier with the song. So, apparently, since it was 2006, the Best Day Ever episode came out after the movie, meaning that the song was in the movie first. And they made the episode about the song, which really lowers the value of that song, because it's a pretty good song. I like that song, SpongeBob song. Goofy Goober Guitar Mandela Effect refers to the fact that a lot of people remember the Goofy Goober guitar that SpongeBob plays at the end of the movie being like purple and like triangle at the bottom, cool rock guitar, you know. But it isn't. It's a peanut with 2 G's on the end of it. And a lot of people are really confused because they don't remember it being like that. Me being one of those people, I did not know it was a peanut because I have not watched the movie recently. But it just refers to the fact that a lot of people, with the Mandela effect, think that it looks different than it is. Case of the SpongeBob, 2005, refers to another documentary with Stephen Hillenburg, and this time Jean-Michel Cousteau. I don't know if that's important to anyone, but that's who he was with. It's a documentary. It's more like just a video where they dive under the ocean and they find all the characters from the show. So they find a crab, they find a sponge, they find a squid, they find a starfish, and they don't find a squirrel because they can't find a squirrel at the bottom of the ocean. But it was really just like a video where they go and they find all the characters and they talk about the character in the show. They're like, oh, there's a squid. It's just like Squidward, but it has more legs because I drew him with less legs than he has in real life. Sandy deleted scene from what I could find is a scene in the movie where when Patrick and SpongeBob get the crown, instead of going to a beach right outside the fish place, the fish store, thrift store, whatever it is, they walk out into a city street and there's a bunch of people walking around, and it's more like the second movie when they're like walking down that beachfront where all the people are like running around. They're scared, and then they're like, "Sandy, is that you?" And it's just a regular ass squirrel, and it scares them, and they run away. And it's pretty funny concept art from the like what you can see. It's right here, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, for human SpongeBob and Patrick, I can't really find much. I mean, there's the genre of fan art where they draw SpongeBob as a real person, but I don't think that has anything to do with the movie, so I'm really confused as to what that means. Yeah. Goofy Goober Rock is a parody of I Wanna Rock is not a very... Like, that should be at the top of the iceberg. That's literally, it says it all. Goofy Goober Rock is a parody of I Wanna Rock. They sound exactly the same because it is a parody. It literally is. The original cover-up plot refers to how the movie was originally announced to be SpongeBob is going to rescue Patrick from a fisherman in Florida. It was just like when they were announcing the movie, they didn't want to reveal what it was going to be about, so that's what... It was originally just like, that's a joke plot that they were telling the fans. It was a reference to Finding Nemo, blah. It was just to keep people busy before the movie came out, just not to spoil anything. Tier 3 starts off with SpongeBob Death Theory. Okay, bear with me here, my source is a Watch Mojo article. So, SpongeBob Death Theory refers to how in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie 2004, SpongeBob dies after it happens, because like happy ending and everything, and then through asexual reproduction, he birthed a new version of himself for the rest of the show. From season 4 onward, that's a different SpongeBob. This is a theory that, like, SpongeBob keeps using asexual reproduction to rebirth himself, and that's why he never changes, really. Except he does seem to get stupider, which is something that can happen with that theory. So, SpongeBob Death Theory is he died at the end of the movie, and a different SpongeBob took his place that was technically his son. 12-foot David Hasselhoff refers to the fact that the surfing bit with David Hasselhoff in the movie, they made a giant statue of him, and then they did all the animation on it. And there's a 12-foot statue of David Hasselhoff laying down with his arms back, like, as he's motoring back to Bikini Bottom. And he was selling it, and then he didn't sell it, and he decided to keep it. But it's gigantic. Like, there's a photo. I showed a photo, but I did not know this was real. Wow. The entire SpongeBob movie TikTok refers to the fact that somebody uploaded the entire movie to TikTok. This is not really like a big thing. Why is this on tier 3? This is literally this... Buddy, have you never heard of people uploading an entire movie to Discord? Like, oh my god, the whole movie's on TikTok, this is crazy. It's just somebody uploaded the movie, and it didn't get taken down for like 10 minutes. Wow. Firewall between Nickelodeon and Paramount refers to the fact that there was like a legal dispute or something with like something, I don't know, contracts and everything, that from 2004 to 2015, nothing from this 2004 SpongeBob movie could be used in the show because it was technically illegal contractually between the two companies. Because, okay, so technically Nickelodeon and Paramount own the 2004 SpongeBob movie. Nickelodeon owns the SpongeBob show, which means they can't use Paramount's, technically theirs and Paramount's things in the show, until 2015 due to contracts and stuff. That's why nothing from the movie ever showed up until after 2015. I do remember some stuff from the 2004 movie in the show, though. Newer seasons suck. Differences between the book and movie refers to the SpongeBob movie book that is about the 2004 book, came out in 2004. And there's some differences in between it. It's just like a couple things, like lines, like the two gas station guys. They say respect for the doom instead of respect for the dead. Respect for the dead! Like they do in the movie. Sorry for that outburst. A couple other things is, it says the Cyclops stuffed SpongeBob and Patrick into a dark and scary bag. Yeah, that didn't happen in the movie. He just carried them in his hand. He just took them to the store. But dark and scary bag is a little disturbing, and yeah. And yeah, just some dialogue and everything, but that's really it. The book was very low quality school library type book. Interview with Carlos refers to a promotion for the movie where Carlos Bustamante, sick name, dude, interviews SpongeBob and Patrick in a submarine. He goes down to Bikini Bottom and he talks to him. The video's a minute and a half long because it was a commercial, but it's not much to talk about. He goes down and he talks to them, and it's pretty boring. All right. David Hasselhoff's part was written before he was even approached. It's very self-explanatory. It is the fact that David Hasselhoff's part was written before they talked to him about being in the movie. Like, he was in the script, it was like, David Hasselhoff! And David Hasselhoff did not know there was a SpongeBob movie yet. Or even, like, neither was he in it at that time. Early concept posters refers to the early concept posters for the movie before it came out. One of which is SpongeBob in a life floaty thing in front of a very thin cruise ship drinking out of a glass of whatever with a spendy straw. He's got sunglasses on, and it says "Got Sponge" under it. It's pretty cool, and I wish this was a poster for the movie. It has nothing to do with it, but it looks cool. A couple of the other ones, they're a little badly drawn. I can see why they're early concept. One of them has Human King Neptune, which is a little odd. I can see why they changed that. A couple of them have Human King Neptune, actually. And then Mindy is also a human with... They both have fish legs, but they have skin, and it's really weird, so I can see why it was changed. Patchy the Pirate was replaced refers to the fact that Patchy the Pirate, beloved character from the show and president of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club, is not in the movie. He was replaced with a bunch of random pirates, which is fine, because the creators said that people really wouldn't understand Patchy like we do. Like, the fans of the show do. Now, it's just they didn't think he'd be good enough, like, good for the movie as a stand-in for a pirate crew, considering that he lives in Encino and has a puppet bird. That's not the specific reason, but you can see how he wouldn't really fit in. SpongeBob in Chia refers to the Chia Pet SpongeBob, I think, because it says in, which means it could refer to SpongeBob in China, which is a YouTube series about Chinese SpongeBob. It might not be a YouTube series, it might be actual Chinese SpongeBob, but I don't know. But the reason I'm having a little trouble with this is because the Chia Pet came out in 2009, and the movie was 5 years before that, and the box art is the SpongeBob face that's like, it's like season 8 SpongeBob, so I don't know if this has anything to do with the movie, but neither does the Chinese SpongeBob. I don't know, but Chia Pet SpongeBob, it's pretty cool. Only grows on the top of his head, which is a little weird. I mean, it's really just like a pot that's shaped like SpongeBob that you grow chia seeds on top of. SpongeBob references in Undertale, or specifically references in Undertale, refers to the fact that the Thunder Snail minigame where you race snails is a reference to SpongeBob. Why this is on the movie Iceberg, I have no idea, but we'll give them a pass. I can't find anything about the things from the movie being in Undertale. I don't remember any being in Undertale. I don't know. Tier 4 starts with Nickelodeon using the wrong SpongeBob SquarePants movie poster. This refers to, for like a brief second on Nick TV in like 2013, I think, they showed this fanfic image of the SpongeBob movie. It's got like Boba Fett and like the Marshmallow Man and Ariel and Bowser Jr. And it was on live TV. Some intern freaking downloaded a Google image and he didn't look at the freaking border. I don't even know if this main poster is the thing. But, like, just, it's a Google image that they uploaded and aired on live TV. The movie takes place in 2029. The grammar's on the picture, not from me. Refers to the fact that somebody heard Stefan Hillenburg say that it happens in 2029, and it's really just the math from the Employee of the Month wall starting in 1998 when the show started. No, in episode 1 when he gets hired, and then he's Employee of the Month that many times. It really just added up to the year 2029. It's not really like an official canon thing, but it's just like that many months does add up. Mr. Puff is in Shell City refers to the fact that Mrs. Puff's husband, Mr. Puff, is dead and is in Shell City as a taxidermy. There are a couple pufferfish in that scene, so I would assume this to be true because Mrs. Puff is a widow. Or is it Miss Puff with an MS? Because if it's Miss Puff, she might have never been married. 2010 BP protest signs refers to the fact that in 2010, when the BP oil spill happened, SpongeBob was used as an image on the protest signs as being damaged by the oil spill. So there's a couple oil spill things, and SpongeBob was part of the movement against the oil spill and the company that did it. SpongeBob movie sneak peek is a pretty long trailer. There were multiple trailers. There's not really a sneak peek thing. They're all trailers for the movie. One's pretty weird. I'm just going to play it in full right now. It's about a submarine, and none of the content from this trailer is in the movie.
Sonar 4-0. Is that sound still out there?
Spannung in 60 Grad. Ganz schwach.
Captain, what do you got?
What's going on, Jonesy? I can hear. What the hell is it? Splashes.
3,000 yards, closing awfully fast.
Mother of God.
Don't you just love playing submarine, Gary? Prepare to dive!
The Spongebob SquarePants Movie.
Captain, sir, you're never gonna believe this.
For a second, I thought I heard.
Heard what?
I thought I heard singing, sir.
So as you can see, it's just a trailer for the movie. Moving on. Making of the SpongeBob SquarePants Movie Video 2004 is just another documentary. This one's led by David Hasselhoff. It has some weird editing in the beginning, but it's just another...
This is how we made the movie, everybody.
I don't know what the tears mean for this iceberg because if this is down low. Yeah, that's about it. Moving on. SpongebobMovie.com is not a download link for the 2004 SpongeBob movie or any of its other sequels. It's official, and it used to be a bunch of flash game. No, it was an interactive flash game that was a map of Bikini Bottom, and you could click various buildings, and there was one mini game. It was 3D. That's all I can infer. And, it would tell you what happens in the movie. It's like the story of the movie. Wow! And you just click around, and then it's like, go see the movie, dude! And, yeah, now it redirects to the Facebook page for the newest movie, which really doesn't... It really shows what Nickelodeon knows how to do. It's like, yeah, Facebook, that's where all the kids are nowadays. That's where you redirect your website to. The Facebook page for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That's the 2021, the newest one with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is the only part of that movie that I fucking remember, dude. Early prototype teaser trailer is a trailer, except it's not colored in. One notable thing from this non-colored in trailer is there was a removed scene, I'm assuming, or removed idea, where David Hasselhoff does a bit of a dolphin jump and shakes his legs in the air. That would have been cool to see, but really there's nothing else to write about this. SpongeBob movie work print incident. I can from what I can find, refers to the early prototype teaser trailer we just watched. That's what I can find. Otherwise, there's like an uncolored background in one frame of the movie when like David Hasselhoff is putting SpongeBob and Patrick between his chests. There's like to the left of the screen, the sky is uncolored or something like that. There's just like the small, minute detail that no one cares about. And it's on the last tier of the iceberg for some reason. Broken PS3 SpongeBob Movie game port refers to the PS2 game for the SpongeBob Movie 2004 that was ported to the PS3. And apparently it's broken. I don't know. From what I've seen, I don't know which version I was watching, but I watched the game. It just looks like a regular SpongeBob game. He might have been playing on the PS2. My cat just walked in. It didn't look broken to me, and I didn't know there was a SpongeBob movie game. The only SpongeBob movie game I knew existed was that one Roblox obby that has cutscenes and everything. It's pretty cool. I played that when I was a kid, and I thought that was cool because I like SpongeBob. Rosa Parks probably saw the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. My cat is right here. Hold on. Get back here! Haha! Cameo time! Look at the camera, bitch! Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Hey, buddy. This is Frank. Frank is great. His head's down here. Oh, okay, bye. Rosa Parks probably saw the SpongeBob movie is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Rosa Parks died in 2005 at the age of 92. The SpongeBob movie came out in 2004 when she was 91 years old. It is a kid's movie. Why in the name of God? It says probably. It says Rosa Parks probably saw the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. She died a year before it came out. You think that she was in any condition to go watch a Nickelodeon animated cartoon movie in 2004? I'm pretty sure she had better things to do, like getting ready to die. Morning Glory refers to the alternate credits music that the movie had, Morning Glory, instead of Ocean Man. Ocean Man being the first topic on this iceberg. Morning Glory by somebody, I don't know, a band. And, wow. It didn't do well with audiences, so they changed it to Ocean Man. And that's where it's stayed since. The Beatles Watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is a meme from what I can gather to be TikTok that was taken from the trailer for the SpongeBob movie Rehydrated, which is also on Tier 2. We went over that earlier, and it's really just an advertisement for that. I'm going to play the whole thing for you right now. Came out last year. It's not some lost media. It's a YouTube video. And an advertisement for a pretty good collab.
Hey guys, let's go watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, 2004.
2 hours later.
Good movie. I thought it was alright. No one asked you, Ringo. I'd like to be under the sea.
Alien Cat sequel. That's what I've been waiting for. The last one. Okay. Alien Cat sequel is what would have been SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge on the Run. It was their first idea for the movie. They got so far with it, they wrote a script, and the character list includes SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, Eugene Krabs, Sheldon J. Plankton. Skipping a little bit down, Chip Plankton II, Princess Neptuna, not that bad, Gary's parents, Alien Snails, Bikini Bottomites, which is not a big thing, Miss Gristlepuss, which is a character, Commander Twinkles, Pfeffers, Snowflake, Space Cat Soldiers, Galacticus, good God, David Hasselhoff would make a return, Cavemen, Smilodon, President Dwayne Johnson, speechwriters and chief of staff, the Generals, Fluffy the Tiger, Morbius, no, never mind, Human Child SpongeBob, Human Child Patrick, Human Cowboy, and Oprah Winfrey! Cameo! Why? I can see why they replaced it. There's 4 silent, like, videos, they're not important. It's just like scenes that would have been in the movie if they made it. I'm glad they didn't. Bro, President Dwayne Johnson and Oprah Winfrey cameo. Why, dude? Tom Kenny would also, besides playing SpongeBob and Gary, he would play French narrator. Okay. I'm not gonna keep going. It's called the SpongeBob Movie Galactic Catastrophe. It's catastrophe. And I'm glad it wasn't a real thing. Oh my god. Well, everyone, with that wonderful end to the iceberg, that is all the content we have for now. That was our final topic on this wonderful tiered iceberg. Lots of SpongeBob today. Don't expect that to go away. I might do more SpongeBob icebergs specifically. I have some downloaded on my computer, but I don't know if I will be able to make a video like this on them, because this is the tiniest iceberg I could find, and this video's a little long. So we'll see. It depends how much of my life I want to waste in this chair. The answer is all of it. I'm going to spend my entire life sitting right here, making videos for all of you. Be sure to like and subscribe. Reason this is me finishing editing the video. There wasn't really an outro. I kind of forgot. I was a little tired, as you could tell, for tier 5. Sorry about that. Only for the beginning. I was still energetic towards the end. Not important. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and big thanks to Wendigoon for getting me hooked on this stuff. Whether or not that's a good thing, you are an inspiration to all of us. And yeah. Iceberg content! Raking in the money with this one. No. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.